wear the stuff on their head in court. Rightio. So, hello, Greg. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Yeah, aka Silks. That's right, Barrington. That's right. Welcome on in. So, let me just quickly get all my ducks in a row here and we'll get flying. I need to unmute the stimulator. Hello, Iowa Scotsman. I thought I was going to sneeze. One thing I checked before, I'm going to make my camera a little bit smaller. There we go. I'm just going to get all the stuff going here that we need. And then we will get underway. So, Starship, here she is. Let me do it this way. Oh, here she is, the Starship again. This is my second flight on stream with it, so it should be a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoys it. It'll be good. I think we'll have a fun time. We're going to go from San Jose to Palm Springs. This is the route that I've put together. I haven't filed it on the network yet. What we'll do is we'll do a little bit of flight planning, put all of our fuel figures together, and then sort of go from there. I've got all the manuals up. We're going to look at some of the performance stuff. We're going to put the route together, figure out our fuel, our TAS, so on and so forth, and then go from there. Let me see if I can pull up those winds. So this is going to be a little bit more. This is going to be a little bit more interesting than just looking at windy, which I did for the last flight. Here we go. Oh. Let's play around and see what we can see. Although I did want that... where was that winds aloft chart? Is it wind and oh, okay. We got a raid from a guy from Zurich. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a awesome, or had an awesome stream. Thanks for bringing your folks here. Julie, hello, welcome. We're just getting set up here. A lot of prep for this flight, so I'm just trying to look at some of that stuff that I had before. I also need to grab another coffee here in a sec. I'm running low tide. And what was it called? It was... here it is. The winds aloft forecast. This is just going to help with us picking a... this is just going to help us picking a level for our cruise. Have a good sleep, Julie. Polly, welcome on in. Good to see you. Welcome, Raiders. Ah, very good, Automator. Very good. I assume this is going to be based on maybe airports. These look like airports or areas, so SJC is probably what we want. Do we have SJC anywhere? Hello, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the bits, thank you for the bits, Polar. SFO, yeah.
Exclamation mark Charlie.
What do we got? Flight level 240 and flight level 300. So flight level 240 I think is what we want. And we'll use the SFO ones, which will be... I did see them just a second ago. Sorry, I almost had another sneeze. I think it was these values. Was it that? That's 180. 240 is this one. So SFO. I assume it's probably 290 at 33 and then minus 19. I think that's how they do the grouping. So it'll be tenths of the degrees in probably true, and then the speeds. So 290 at 33 and then minus 19. I assume that's how it's coded. I don't know, but that sounds about right. And then it's about 26 with the same sort of area. And then one more is... Yeah, so that's going to be about 280 and 37 and minus 35. Yeah, so it's about a westerly wind between 26 and 35 degrees. 35 knots, so... I just wanted a very basic idea. Thank you very much, Below Mins. Appreciate that. What we'll do is we'll go sit in the aeroplane. It's sunny out here, and I don't want to get sunburnt. So we'll just sit in the back here and do all of our flight planning business. I'll just turn those off. So let's have a sit down here. Very good. Lovely little sit down. And we'll start planning a flight out. So already looking at those winds, I sort of think anywhere between 24 and 30, I think it was 35 was probably about okay for us. Either way, the winds are probably going to be sort of similar. So anywhere between 18 and I think it was 30. And obviously the higher we go as well, it looks like it's about the same with a little bit more tailwind, so up to 44 knots. So that's fine. We'll call it between plus 20 and plus 44. I'd rather go back to the FBO as well, where it's air conditioned, but in the interest of just keeping things somewhat interesting to look at, we'll just sit here. I don't need that. I've got so many bloody tabs up. That's what I want. So, flight planning, section 4 of the manual here. We've got a bunch of charts with different tables for different phases of flight. We want to look at probably the what sort of temperature were we looking at? I didn't look at what the ISO deviation was, but that was 24,000 feet. SFO negative 19, I think, at 24. So negative 19 at 24. So let's do a quick little calculation. 24 times 1.98, which is 47. 15 minus 47.52 is negative 32. So that should be the ISO temperature at this altitude at 24,000 feet. And it was negative 19. So, oops. 32 plus... we'll just do 32 minus 19. So that's ISO plus 13, right? So maybe we'll use the ISO plus 15 numbers for our cruise. Do we have plus 15 numbers? We got plus 20. Plus 20 will be a little bit more conservative. Plus 10 will be closer, but I think we'll use plus 20 because it'll be a little bit more conservative. So that's on page 422. 432. 422. And we'll plan it at max takeoff weight, which is, I believe, 14,500 pounds. So we said anywhere between 24 and 34. So I'm just going to look at the best TAS for that altitude, and then we'll go from there, because the fuel's going to be cheap in the sim because it's free. So we can sort of put as much on as we want, and it's only going to be a couple of packs in the back, so... We're definitely just ballparking here, our ailerons. Definitely just a ballpark. Alright, so what do we got? 317, 319 at about 20,000 feet. I might just go to maybe like 24. I think we might do 24. That's only 5 knots below the sort of maximum TAS we'll get, so I think we'll do a plan for 24. If that works for everyone. So we'll use 314 as the TAS. If I can pull up my very high-tech flight planning document here. Flight level 240, max cruise power, and that's going to be 314 knots TAS. And our fuel flow for that is going to be 24, 314. Fuel flow total per hour is going to be 832 pounds per hour, and that's total. So we also have a time and distance to climb chart, which we'll also use here. What have we got? Time, fuel, distance to cruise climb. So that'll be 4.9. Okay. So this thing's a little bit of a pain in the ass, this chart. I still haven't 100% figured it out from the last one that we did, but we're going to give it a go anyway. I'm just going to throw it into paint, and we'll use paint to fill it out. One thing I will do is just set our packs amount. So I reckon today we'll take... shall we take 4 packs today? So 4 packs will give us a gross weight with the current fuel of... actually, let's do it... Will this give me the 0 fuel weight? Max takeoff weight's 14.9 and we're sitting at 14.1, so... let's just take the fuel away from our current weight. 3196. So that's our 0 fuel weight. But let's assume we're sitting at about 14,000 something pounds. That will work nicely for us. All right, so what's this? That's funny. Very good. Yeah, that's clever. Very good. Where did my music go? Oops. That's very clever. All right, so the weather here. Let's have a look. 23 degrees. So we'll do 23 degrees up to the pressure altitude. Sea level just seems to be the pretty much the bottom line here. So we're sitting at an elevation of about pretty much sea level. So I'm just going to use sea level here. That's right. And that's why I was sort of just going roughly on the off the zero fuel weight plus about 1,000. So you're sort of in a little bit of a pickle in that regard because you can't quite calculate it exactly without your weight, but that's fine. So 23 degrees sea level. That means we just go straight across, right? And also our initial climb weight, which will be, let's call it 14,900 pounds. Which will be pretty much from here. And then top of climb temperature, we said 24,000 pounds, and it was, 24,000 feet, and the temp was -19, so we want -19 to 24,000 pounds, which 24,000 feet, which is there. Yeah. Then move across to the initial climb weight, which was 14,000 pounds, which is that fella there. Oops. To 14,000.
21 months with this Sidgrow Aussie Sidgrow legend.
Thank you, Tony. I hope you're well. Thank you for the resub. And then down this way. So what's that going to give us? Time to fuel to climb is going to be about 260 pounds and 44 miles. 44 miles, 260 pounds, and then about 15 minutes. So let's just double check that. Yeah, that looks about right. So I think that's 300. So that's probably 260 pounds, 42 miles, and then 15 minutes. So, and there's also another figure we have to add here, which is 110 pounds for fuel, 110 pounds fuel for start, taxi, and takeoff. So we do have to add that 110. So 110 for taxi, 260 for climb. And then this is going to be a little bit conservative and a little bit silly, but I'm going to just calculate the entire mileage. I'm just going to calculate the entire mileage as the cruise and trip fuel. So we could take the, whatever it was, 42... I think it was like the 42 miles to climb from the cruise distance. But I'm just going to add an extra 40 miles of fuel on. So it's 350 miles at our TAS of 314. Oops. 314, which is 1.14. And then we'll multiply that by the cruise flow, which was 832. So that's about 930 for the cruise fuel. And I'm not going to factor in descent fuel. It'll be less than what we burn at cruise, so that covers us for the entire thing. And then we need 45 minutes reserve, so what was it? It was 832 divided by 100 times 75, 624. So that's our reserve. I'm not going to bother with the alternate because I think the weather's fine. So it's going to be 110 plus 260 plus 930 plus 624. So we need 2,000 pounds of fuel. 1924. Why don't we just call it an even 2? Does that work for everyone? And then I think all of our weight and balance is fine. Our takeoff weight is about 1,000 pounds less than what we calculated, so that also is good for us. Good. All right, so that's the fuel and business done. We'll do a I need to file a flight plan up, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we are 786 Bravo Papa. Or Starship. I'm going to file Alpha. Our TAS was 314, departing from San Jose, arriving in Palm Springs. 24,000 feet. Wait a minute, that's not going to work because... Big Rig, thank you for the 5-pack. That's not going to work because we're going east. So let's do 25. Thank you so much for the 5-pack. I really appreciate it. What a legend. Thank you very, very much. That's what I'm going to file. I don't know if we'll get it, but that works for me. And apart from doing our takeoff performance, that's pretty much all the flight planning business that we have to do. So I need the other manual for that. And then we'll call up and get a clearance and then get out of here. I did know this plane is in Australia. It's at the Queensland Air Museum in Caloundra. It's kind of awesome that they included this as a livery, and it's the one that's sitting in my state. Yeah, I just find that such a cool piece of history. They flew it across to wherever it was. I think they went to Scone and then went up to Caloundra. Hey Aaron, nice to see you. Okay. Takeoff speeds. We're at 13,000 pounds. 30 degrees. 99, 106, 115. And we need 3,872 feet. Which we most certainly have here in San Jose. All right. With that all done, I think we'll... let me grab those numbers down. These planning numbers are very, very rough. They're you would probably want to do them a little bit more accurately if you're actually going to use them, but for the purpose of our flight sim experience, it'll probably work pretty well. Hello, Lavsand. Right, so with that all done, that's pretty much all the weight and balance done. We need to get some power to the aeroplane. We need to do a walk around and then we'll come back in and get going. So, control lock. We needed 2,000 pounds of fuel. Let's check it all out here. So gear is down, which is good. We're all where they need to be for the time being. Battery's on. Fuel is good, 2,000 pounds. Oxygen pressure is good. Gear is down, and the trims are pretty much centered. So that's all fine for us. I got my CPL in 2019, Aaron. But I'm not actively flying at the moment. I'm not entirely sure I'd remember how to do it if I'm honest. Alright, quick looking around of the exterior here. Wipers are all good. Elevator's good. Tab's good. Static wicks are good. Leading edge of the forward wing is looking fine. Grab the covers. It's going to be kind of abbreviated here, but we're just going to get the important things. Okay, grab the pins, grab the covers. Yeah, PPL I don't even remember, to be honest. Oops. But I would imagine it was before I got a commercial license. Alright, rear wings looking good. We got the... No, we didn't. We got the chocks now. Got the gear pins. Everything's looking fine through here. Leading edge is good. All looking fine here. Static wicks are all there. Tabs are looking fairly good. Wicks are good. This comes out on the 19th of June, last I heard. Intakes are looking good. Access panels closed. That looks fine. Exhaust is all good. James Martin, hello. Vents are good. Nav light's good. Antennas are all good. Intakes clear. Vents are good. So this is coming out on the 19th. And I think it's 45 US or 55. You'll have to double check that. I can have a look for you in a sec. I think it's 45 US. Alright, that's all looking good. There you go. Thanks, Blowmins. And we got all the pins, covers, chocks, which is mostly what we wanted anyway, so... check the security of all the seats. Chocks are in the back there, which is what we want. Seats are all upright and locked. No stuff going and moving around on us there. Okay. There's the covers. Excuse me, the pins. We'll close the door up. And locked. Alrighty. So, we're sitting in the plane now. We should be pretty much good to go. I just need to... We'll connect the GPU up. We'll get some power to the airplane, and then we'll get going. It's going to get hot in here, so we want to get going pretty quick. The breakers are all in. Auxiliary breaker panels all good. Breakers are all in. Push these forward for now. Alright. I think it's a steal for the price. I'll do a giveaway of it as well once it comes out on the release day. The parking brake's set. We're cut off, fine, idle. We checked the fuel before. Check the standby indicator, it's doing its thing, and it's got the battery on light there, so we can turn that off. Set this to external power. We don't have the external power connected, so that will help. Let's do options. External power. Hello, Will Dog. Hello, Tom. I'll have to give the Duchess a go at some point. I haven't flown. I don't even think I have it. It does do SIDS and stars, Lavsend. You just have to use the GPS. I'm not going to use the GPS, so for us, we'll need to just use conventional navigation. So for us, it's going to be the San Jose 3 departure, which is a radial off the Oakland VOR here. And then we'll track inbound to Avenel here. So what we'll do, get the battery on again. We got 28 volts DC on the external power. We can connect that up. And get the ICAS on. So that's going to boot up now. We also need the avionics alternate blower because it's going to be hot. We want that manual, lowest temp possible and highest blower setting there, so that's good for us. Cool, so I reckon what we'll do now is call up and get a clearance here. So clearance will be on 118 nothing, and then the ATIS is 2695. Oops. And I'm just going to make sure that my radios are all looking good. Oops. I'm just having a small issue with my model matching. I have to quickly check. Oi. Rafa, this is the black square Starship. It does not Lavsend. 430 only.
My God,
which is this thing?
it's full of stars.
Isn't it? Thank you, Cold Nebo, for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. I'm just trying to figure out a small issue here that I have with my model matching. It's just playing silly buggers on me. Oh, come on. All right, let's get the radios going here. Let's get everything booted up here.
Number 6 Delta Lima, contact Boeing Tower.
There we go.
Over Boeing Tower, 6 Delta Lima.
Marvelous. All right, so let's see if we can get a clearance here. Thank you for the bits, Cold Nebo. That's right. Very true. All right, let's grab some VORs and stuff while we're waiting here. Oakland is on 1168. And then Avenol's on 1171. Alrighty, initialize position. That looks fine for us. It wants San Jose VOR, which is on 1141, so let me chuck that in here. Received. Good. Received. Good. Alright, let's call up and get the clearance. San Jose clearance, Starship 786 Bravo Papa, IFR to Palm Springs.
For 786 for Papa, San Jose clearance. Cleared to Palm Springs Airport via the San Jose 3 departure, Mooney transition. Correction, it's a San Jose 3 departure, Avenal transition, and then as filed. I maintain 5,000. NorCal departure frequency 121.3, squawk 2706.
Clear to Palm Springs, San Jose 3, Avenal, then is filed 5,000, 121.3 and squawk 2706, November 786 Bravo Papa.
6 Bravo Papa, read back correct.
Alright, lovely. So we got a code which is 2706.
Phone tower, stationary 366, South Lima, 7 miles east, over North Bellevue, 1400, inbound and
Palm, this is the Black Square Starship for Microsoft 2024 and 2020.
Runway 14 left, clear to land. Enter left base, and let's actually...
Alright, so that's all looking quite good for now. While that's all happening, I'm just going to turn the radios down for the time being, and we got as filed, so that's a good start. This is our departure here. It's the San Jose 3 departure. It's going to be a 306 heading until 1.8 miles, reference San Jose. Right turn, intercept the 121 radial from Oakland, which is 1168. From there, it's 47 miles to the Mooney intersection. Thence the Avenal VOR 1171. The MSA is 5,600 feet. We got cleared to 5 grand. There's 5 grand. That's my clearance there. And altimeter setting here is 3003. Alright, lovely. So, nav source, VOR1. Our first VOR is going to be... we're going to use the Oakland VOR, which is 1168. After Oakland VOR, it's going to be the Avenal VOR 1171. After the Avenal VOR, it's going to be... oops, helps if I put my flight plan in. Which I definitely saved ahead of time. Alright, so after that it's going to be Avenal to Palmdale. Palmdale's on 11555. After Palmdale, it's then going to be the Palm Springs VOR, which is also on 115.5. 11555. And that one's actually 1115, not 55. So, Oakland, Avenal, Palmdale, Palm Springs. For us here, we need, on the departure, we need 1.8 miles on San Jose, which is 1141. Hey, Vortex. So that's fine there. So there we go. Oakland and San Jose. That's good. 306 heading. 306 heading. And the course for us was 121. And then we just got to build the flight plan. So even though we filed slant alpha and we are going VOR to VOR, we can back it up with the flight plan in the FMS here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to depart here at San Jose, which is going to be K, S, J, oops, C. Enter. Enter. After that, it's going to be Mooney, and then after that, it's going to be Avenol. So Avenol VOR, and then after that, let me pull up our flight plan here. After the Avenol VOR, it's then going to be Lando. Okay, after Lando, it's then going to be Palmdale. After Palmdale, Perps. Confirmed. All right. After then Perps, it's then going to be Hespe. And if you don't like using the T9, you can just go... click anywhere on the screen, it comes up with the keyboard, and then you can type it in. So in our case, Hespe. High top. Oops. High top. Caps. Bazooki. Aaron. Oops. This fix is named after me, so we'll put it in manually. Moron. Guido. Oops. Guido. After Guido, PSP. After that, Palm Springs directs. San Jose to Palm Springs, 350 miles, and then we can look at the plan map. And that looks like us. Yeah, amended clearance available and ready, that's right. Present position map, which is us. Radar 1. Oops. HSI, radar, next page, test mode. Lovely. Alright, so that's us there. I'm all happy with that. We've got Oakland, we've got San Jose, 306, flight plans done. Our frequencies are going to be the ground frequency, which will be 1217. Tower frequency, which will be 124 nothing. Oops. Departure frequency, which will be 1213. Oops. Wait a minute. 1217, 124 nothing. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to put that in the pre-select, and then it's going to be departure, which is going to be 1213. So that way we don't have to. We can just select the pre-select ones when we need it, and then once we have all of that set up, we can just go boop, boop, whenever we need it. So it's all ready to go. Anyway, so this is all pretty much set up here. How are we going on our temperatures? Any faults yet? No, good. Okay. Let's start getting good to go here. We need to set this to 25 plus 1, so we'll call it 26. Alright, quick little check of everything. Reversionary panel's fine on the left. I'm going to bug 170. Correction, 180, which is what we want. 180 in the climb initially. So 180, 3003, 5000, 306. Okay, that's good. Reversionaries are set. That's fine. Let's grab this fella on. That's going to boot that fella up. So the avionics will overheat and they'll shut down. So what we can look at is the... we can have a look at the temperature. It's 47 degrees in the back. So we've got about 30 minutes on the ground at this temperature. So we sort of got to get a move on here. Otherwise things are going to start going wonky on us, which we don't want. So that's all the flight planning stuff done. We should set this up to be something more usable. But it all looks fine for now. So I think we're fairly good to start getting stuck into a checklist and get out of here. I might just turn the sounds up a little bit. Let me know if these get too loud at all. Can you guys hear stuff going on in the aeroplane? You can hear the wing, the fans and stuff going. Turn on the bar light, seatbelt lights. Okay, good. Right, so checklisto. It does, but they are running and it gets even hotter. So it's got an alternate fan which is going. But it's also, it's quite hot in the front here. Anyway, checklisto. Let's do normal procedures, pre-flight checks. Alright, here we go. Parking brake, set, control locks removed, gear control down, battery on, trim 0. This is all stuff we've done already. But we'll do the check on it. Fuel quantity's good, O2's good. Doors good. Done, 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 done. Pins stowed. Locked, locked, locked. Alright, that's the pre's complete. Before engine starting, checklist. Circuit breakers, left, right, aux, all in. Reversionary panels set. Harnesses are good. Brakes set. Audio panels mic as required. Static source normal. I didn't grab the oxygen system though. Static source is normal. Oxygen supply system ready, pull on. Oxygen masks. Had a big night on the tools, so that helps. Ice protection off. Gear control down. Anti-skid switch is anti-skid. Center reversionary panel is set. Standby instruments on. Standby battery on. Power annunciator. We checked before. Prop levers. Idle. Excuse me, power levers idle, and then prop levers full forward. Full forward. Conditions, a fuel cutoff. Bleed air's off. Temperature mode is set to manual because we need it. Battery on. Triple fed bus volts, 22 volts minimum. Center bus volts, 23 minimum. ICAS on. Firewall shutoff valves. Closed. Extinguisher and valves should be illuminated. Standby pumps. Low pressure lights. extinguished. Extinguished. Standby pumps coming off. Morning, Jank. Dendarian. Transfer flow. Left. Left, right. Closed, right. Closed. Alternate blowers on, alternate blower on, alternate blower on. I'm not going to turn it off because we need it. Fuel quantity, 2,000 pounds, and we planned 2,000 pounds. Oxygen pressure is 1850 confirmed. Lights are as required. Alright. Next, starting from an external supply. Battery volts. 28. Propeller levers, feather. Propeller levers, feathers. ICAS, avionics, co-pilot, avionics are all off. So this is for connecting up the power. We've already got it connected, so that's why it's asking us to turn all this stuff on. We've already done the voltage check for the external power, and we've turned it all back on. So right ignition and engine start. You guys good? Clear prop. Let's turn DOS. Alright, turning 2. %12 minimum. I like to run it a little bit longer. Okay, fuel on. Light off. Drop. Secondary rise. Looks like a good start there. Starter off. Up to run. Oil pressure, fuel flow, all looking fine. Alright. Starting the left. Alright, Kurt. Good luck. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry it took so long. Okay, minimum 12. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Light off. Starter off above 65, select run. Alright, so what's going to happen here is once we disconnect the external power, everything's going to go kathunk. So I'm actually going to hang a gen now and then do the external power. So we're going to do the right gen. External power off. And you guys are good to disconnect. Alright, reset that on. Right gen volts are 28.6. Left generator on. And then paralleled within a couple of... yeah, within 10%. Good. Gen tire selected to norm. Gen tire open messages are extinguished. Generator load paralleled. Good. Propeller levers full forward. There they go. And that's the start checks complete. After starts. Alright, co-pilot and pilot avionics are on. Standby attitude, standby indicators are all checked. Bleed air valves, select both. Blowers and temp set. Temp mode select, we're going to use manual with the highest fan and lowest temp. Lights to, let's do that here. I didn't do the hand thing, I'm sorry, ailerons. Alright, flap and forward wing is retracted. AHAR's aligning message is extinguished. CDU date time position's done. Radar standby and tested. Alright, so we've got quite a bit of work to do here. We do actually have to do a run-up. So I think what we'll do is we'll taxi up just short of the taxiway here, do the run-up, and then we'll call up and get a taxi clearance. Otherwise, it's going to... oh. That's odd. All of my controls have just stopped working. It's very peculiar. I've had this happen before, unfortunately.
Pilot edge disconnected.
Oh, there we go. I just had to press escape. So let me just reconnect to PE here. I love it, Tense. It's awesome. Okay, so let's taxi on up. Just using the I'm just using the beta to move around here. I'm just gonna hold up here in this little bay here. Actually, I might swing it around. So we got the wind behind us, or in front of us. Luckily, I was able to get my controls back. I was about to be very upset that I thought that they stopped working. Right, so let's come to a stop here. Verify the brakes are in fact set. And set that to idle. I love it, game time. It's awesome. It's exactly what I wanted, and it's so much fun for me. Okay, so let's do the full 7 pages here. Let's go. Alright, so fire extinguisher test. Alright, lights are good. Lights are good. Fire detector test. Good. Flap and forward wing monitor test. Looking for ICAS messages. Aux battery test. These are going to go off for the next couple of minutes, so that'll say battery test okay here shortly. Okay, battery test is okay. Battery monitor test. And the light's good for it. Low warning test. Checked. Stall warning test. Watch your knees, nuts, and guts. Oops. AOA's going, and then it will get to 1, and we got the column shaker. There it goes. VMO, MMO test. Landing gear test. Annunciator test. Bleed air test. Power, we need as required for 23 PSI of pneumatic pressure. 23 and 23. Bleed air valves off. Pneumatic pressure low message. Illuminated. 0 for off position. De-ice vac. Boot fail messages. Boot fail messages. Bleed air valve left. And right. Low pressure eliminated, and then both. Extinguished, extinguished. 23 to 25 for both. Pressure test. Cabin rate of descent, cabin rate of descent. Forward wing manual switch. Forward wing manual switch. I can't see if the boots inflate or not. Oh, yep, they're inflating. Good. Main wing inboard switch. I'm assuming the boots have inflated. Main outboard switch. Boots inflated. DI standby test. Fail lights. Standby, de-ice fail. Oh, de-ice main. I don't have the white icing there, but that's alright. Both to standby. Ice protection both on. Stall warning on. Load meter increase. Load meter increase. Load meter increase. Load meter increase. Both anti-ice, engine anti-ice messages illuminated. Oops. Which we have. Both switches to main, both main, then both off. Ground ice detector switch. Detector switch. Icing. Ice protection all off. DI sequence switch. Oops. Set to... Oops. Is set. Power levers idle. Extinguished. Pressurization is set. Rate knob 10 o'clock. Manual cabin altitude control is normal, so full counterclockwise. Avionics checked and set. Radar altimeter test. Autopilot. Engage. Let's do heading left with the heading mode. Steer left. Steer right. Disconnect. Yoke disconnect. Pitch trim switches. What do we got? Normal. Try the yoke switch here. Yoke switch is yoke switching. Pitch trim switch to standby. Exercise the element switches, these ones. Nose down. Nose up. Normal. Roll trim normal. Exercise yoke switch. Yep. Rudder trim switch is normal. Slide to A test. A test. Exercise the knob. Very important that you exercise the knobs here. Okay, knobs exercised. Slide to B test. Oops. B test. Rudder trim centered. Centered. Pitch roll rudder trim set for takeoff. So pitch roll and rudder trim is set for takeoff. Flap and forward wing. Extended. Flight controls. Watch your knees, nuts, guts. Good. Okay. Power levers idle above beta. Propeller test switch. Hold to low pitch. And that's about a 200 RPM drop in theory. Hey Beaver, hey Noteworthy. Steven. Hold to overspeeds. Increase to 1600 RPM. And release. 200 increase or increase. Note increase. Power levers to idle. Power levers to idle. Engine auto ignition selected both arm. Auto ignition illuminated. Oops. Advance through 17% torque. And then they will disappear. Oh, 17%. Okay, they're both gone. Power levers idle. Off. Low RPM. Auto feather switch, hold to test. Power levers set approximately 17% torque. Auto feather enabled. Prop feathers reset to 17. Prop feathers reset to 17. Auto feather arm. Propeller manual feathering check. Check. Power levers idle. Prop levers fall forwards. Alright. We're ready to go now. Page 7 complete. Lovely. Marvellous. Alright, so that was that. So we are now good for the before takeoff forward, the final items to go. So we'll do that once we're ready to taxi here. Yeah, we checked the mags. We're all set. Alright, so we're good to taxi here. So ain't nothing stopping us now but the leaving of us. I didn't see what the ATIS was for San Jose. ATIS India. And we're at Atlantic here. San Jose ground, November 786 Bravo Pars Atlantic with India for taxi.
786 Bravo Papa, San Jose ground, runway 30 left, taxi via Victor, Charlie, Whiskey, Bravo.
Victor Charlie Whiskey Bravo to 30 left, November 786 Bravo Papa. Okay, Victor, Charlie, Whiskey, Bravo. Victor? Can you guys hear the sim okay? Can you guys hear the sim alright? Alright, good. Alright, we'll do all these as we line up, because I don't want to have a pitot overheat. So we had Victor, Charlie, Whiskey, and then Bravo. And how much fuel do we have? Still sitting at about 1950, which is fine. We accounted for what is it, 1100? Oh, sorry, 110 for taxi, takeoff, and all that sort of business. Okay, coming up on Charlie, which is going to be the one on the end here. They've really rowing on me, Noteworthy. The forward wings really really growing on me. I love it. I did also make a Starship emote, which probably doesn't work all that well. There you go. Probably doesn't show up all that well. Oh, I didn't draw that. I didn't draw that. I'll play around with it. So we're on Charlie now. Whiskey is our next.
Southwest 6310, Oakland Center, Roger.
Can you guys hear ATC, or do they need to come up a bit? I'll just turn them up a bit. Okay, clear left. And come in right. Ah, sorry, ailerons. I'll do better. Alright, so... recall is 18... actually, I think it was 24 for tower. And then 21.3 for departure, so... what were our speeds? 90... something? Oops. 99, 106, 115. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. San Jose Tower, November 786 Bravo Pars, ready for departure 30 left.
For 786 Bravo Papa, San Jose Tower, runway 30 left, cleared for takeoff.
30 left, clear for takeoff, November 786 Bravo Papa. Clear right, coming left. Alright, here we go. So we're looking for 1.8 miles. And then it's going to be 306 heading 1.8 miles. And then we're going to turn to intercept the 121 radial outbound. So here we go. Let's go. Okay, power set. Cleared for takeoff. Speed's alive. Auto feather. Off we go. P1 we're going. And rotates. Rotate. There we go. Pitot overheat, which is what I was expecting. Okay, radials come alive. Oh, easy. And looking for 1.8 miles from San Jose. There's 1,000 for 5. There's 1,000.
541 Hotel Fox, show clearance, go ahead.
day to you. VFR to Oscar 22. Like to go direct. 5500. Request flight following.
105 Charlotte, standby number 6 Bravo Papa, contact NorCal departure.
NorCal departure, November 6 Bravo Papa. Okay, there's our turn. Round we come. NorCal departure, November 786 Bravo Papa, 2,300, climbing 5,000.
For 786 Papa, NorCal departure, radar contact. Number 1 Hotel Foxtrot, on departure, maintain VFR at or below 2,500 until advised. Departure frequency 135.1, squawk 3356.
There we go. Oops.
Alright, on departure 2,500.
Thanks for the stutters photogrammetry.
And 3356 from 1 Hotel Foxtrot.
Alright, let's get some climb thrust in. And we're going to make a right turn here to intercept the 121 radial, which we are now picking up. Bird strike, thanks for the follow. 180 knots. 3.9 for 5. 1 to go, 5. And keep coming round, keep coming round. Let's do a little nav capture here. Chunky Flyer, thanks for the follow, welcome. And 200 knots below Bravos.
6 Bravo Papa, climb and maintain flight level 190.
190 November, 6 Bravo Papa. Alright. Let's do a little IAS and feed some power in. Up we go.
Local ground arrow 541 Hotel Foxtrot at Kaiser with Echo, ready to taxi, request runway 33.
Oops.
November 541 Hotel Foxtrot, Oakland ground runway 33, taxi via Delta Juliet.
33 via Delta Juliet for 1 Hotel Foxtrot.
So once you got the wing out, the forward wing, it's very, very sluggish. But once you stow that, we get pretty reasonable. We get 3,000 feet a minute, 180 knots. It's not awful. All right, so your damp is on. Climb power 1600s. Let's set that. Not be lazy. Wait, not that low, son. Up, 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 up. 1600s. Prop sync coming on. Engine display monitored. Cabin pressurization is doing something. Smoking seatbelts can stay where they are, and we don't want these on anymore. Alright, so we are now on the 121 radial outbound, 47 miles until Mooney. After Mooney, it's then going to be the Avenol VOR, which is inbound on radial 304, and that's frequency 1171. So what we're going to do here is do nav 1171. And that will swing in once it picks it up. Sorry for those pops and stutters, folks. It's unfortunately just the photogrammetry stuff around here that always gets me in this sim. Anyway, how are we looking in the back? Alright, temp's coming down in the front. Yeah, okay, good. We might even be able to set this to auto. Hopefully no fault codes. No faults yet, which is good. Nothing's overheated. Alright. Hey Eric, nothing's overheated yet, that's right. Yep, so what will happen is it'll show up with the display overheats when they overheat. So it'll say the display will come up with display overheat, and then if it gets too bad, it won't.
Delta Delta 6310, reset transponder, squawk 51.
I won't go much further than that. Probably too late, yeah. Yeah, forward wing is controlled with this switch here. How'd you do? We're doing alright. I didn't start the tracking like an idiot, but I think we did okay. Uh,
786 Bravo Papa, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
2745, 6 Bravo Papa. Oakland, hello, Starship 786 Bravo Papa's 15 for 190.
For 786 Bravo Papa, Oakland Center, climb maintain flight level 250.
250, 786 Bravo Papa. Alright, there you go. There's 25. Probably need to bring the levels down a bit, hey. Is that a little bit easier to listen to now?
541, Hotel Foxtrot, Oakland Tower, runway 33, cleared for takeoff.
I'm sorry if it was so loud. I think that's probably a bit better now. You guys can do what you want in the back. Actually, should have that on anti-call. Alright, so we can actually bring this back to about 170. Nice to see you, Toey. Really feasibly. That's funny. Lovely to see ya. Can I tap a gauge? There you go. That's passing 18. So if you don't like it producing the chord when you pass through transition or transition in the US, which is 18, you can actually disable it on the reversionary panel here. And this is also how you switch to millibars or hectopascals. On the reversionary panel here, you can switch between so on and so forth with that. So, and you can disable the 180 alert, which sounds like the one to go alert. We're gonna have to do some sequencing here shortly. We're coming up on Mooney, which is on 47. 47 is then going to be tracking on J1 to Avenol, which is on the 304 radial. But what we may end up doing is cheating a little bit. And once we get to 47 miles, which we're at now, we're going to do something silly. And we're going to do direct A, V, E, enter, confirm, direct, nav source, FMS, nav. So we are still in range and within the on the course of both the nav aids that are required, but we're using the FMS to navigate. So it's a little bit of a cheat. There she goes. I love this thing. It's so much fun. I have such a good time with it. This is it's a little bit slow, but you know, that just means you get to see more of the everything that you want to see. Hello, Bono. I'm well, thank you. How are you? All right, we're 23 for 25. That's all looking hunky-dory, so let's do FMS prog. 55 minutes to Hespe. Palm Springs in an hour.
Foxtrot, contact NorCal departure.
So we're all set there. When's the F&O, Bono? Is it this week? This weekend? Or this Friday? Want to go? I haven't tried it yet, Beaver, unfortunately.
541 Hotel Foxtrot, NorCal departure.
I've been a little bit busy with not doing those ones. Been very, very busy. But having a really good time with it. Yeah, so the reason that my autopilot was having issues last time was I had a leftover button that was bound to control wheel steering, which I used in the climb to sync the pitch. And once I engaged that, since it was for another plane, it only sort of worked, and I think it broke the logic of the autopilot, which is why we couldn't use any of the vertical modes, and it wouldn't also capture properly. The floppy disk? You mean this one? So it was 100% on me, and that was the problem, unfortunately. Pilot error, as always. Hello, Fearless. Nice to see you.
G'day, pilot.
G'day. Alright, 1600 RPM, 840 on the limit or 97% torque. 840 is probably going to be what we get. Auto feather off. Lights is required. Fuel quantity, total and half monitor. So, lovely. 1600. We could probably even boost it up a bit, and we could probably also get rid of the alternate blower for the time being. Probably don't need it. Alright, there's 25. Let's see if we can get a bit more out of her. 840.
366 Delta Lima Boeing ground. Just verify 14 right at Alpha 9 was the request.
Oh, that's bloody marvelous. So we probably could have gone up a little bit higher.
6 Delta Lima runway 14 right. Taxi Alpha.
And in retrospect, I just thought of something there. In retrospect, when I was looking at those cruise tables before, in retrospect, we should have gone a little bit higher, because I think we would have got a better ground speed with only a marginal drop in TAS. We would have lost 16 knots of TAS, but we've also would have gotten, I think it was plus 20 on the tailwind component. I don't remember exactly. Oh, that's awesome, Toei. That's so cool. That's awesome. Oh, wait a minute, let's do it this way. So those are the stations. Oh, thank you very much. I'm just going to take a break for 30 seconds. I'm going to leave you with the prog window there. Hey, that's awesome. Look at our TAS. We're doing 315. And what did we file? 314, I think. 314 knots TAS. 317, 314, 3 knots. That's pretty good at 832 pounds per hour. Which we're just slightly less of, because I am also running it a bit underneath the... underneath it. That's awesome. Alright, I'm just going to quickly take a break for 30 seconds. I'm going to leave you with this view here out the front. I'll be back in just a sec. Rightio. Sorry about that. Alright, you got a message. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Starship Fever. Landing basics. Photo tour of Oshkosh. That's awesome, Toey. That's very, very cool. Yeah, so this comes out in a couple of days. On the, I think they said the 19th. I'm not sure what time zone that will be. But it will be at some point on the 19th. Supposedly. Which is very, very exciting. 2020 and 2024. And for those, I didn't really... I haven't really spoken about it. But you can use this if it suits your fancy. So if you did want to do this flight... using...
6310, contact Oakland Center 132.905.
Using more modern procedures, you can actually put in...
132.905.
So that would be the normal departure out of San Jose and the way that we flew. So it would have been the Spartans 1. That would have been the normal procedure that we would have done if I filed for GNSS, which I didn't. But if you would like to use that, you can. And to switch that so it drives the FMS, you got to use the...
6310 Oakland Center, descend via Slammer 5 arrival, landing south, altimeter 29990.
Where was it?
Slammer 5 landing south, Southwest 63.
I think it was under index. I forgot exactly where it was. It's in here somewhere. System control. Here it is. AP system control autopilot nav source. You can switch it to the GNSS. So if I do this and we go to heading, switch it to GNSS. Oops. It will it'll steer based off that. But since I don't want it to do that, I'm just going to switch it across. It says no flight plan. I really hope that hasn't cleared out my flight plan here. I don't think it has. But let me just double check here. I reckon it's this is my third flight in it. The Stockton altimeter 29903. So this is my third flight. There we go. Marvelous. Yeah, 20 of us to fly handfuls. I would love to fly this in the sim venture, but I don't think I'll be able to. It comes with a really, really useful bit of documentation. It comes with a manual that covers everything already. And it's already been released, so you can download this manual now on their site. And it shows all the features, all the stuff that you got to do, and all the checklist items and things like that. Gives you all the bindings and all the stuff that you need for that. There you go. Why did the avionics overheat or fade to black? So, yeah. Hello, Band Slam. Alright, let's have a look at our fuel. So in theory, we should arrive overhead the airport with... oops. Oh no. I didn't mean to hit advanced waypoint. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Oh, I see what I've done. I've put it into select course mode. Idiot. Which is actually in index. Actually, flight plan, system control, auto leg. So select course is that like a OBS mode, so you can pick a point off the flight plan and then select a course that will give you lateral deviation based on that course. So it's very similar to like an OBS mode in a GPS. Yeah, okay, that's better. Good. I was going to see what I wanted to see what our estimated fuel overhead was at Palm Spring. Although I don't think I updated our fuel, so it doesn't know how much fuel we've got on board. It thinks we've got much more fuel than we have. It thinks we've got 3,574 pounds of fuel, when in reality we've got closer to 1,500. So I might do a quick little mental maths here and fix our fuel up. I didn't enter it properly, so 1572, call it like 1500, and we're going to do that through the flight plan, no, index, trip planning, trip planning from present position to Palm Springs. Estimated ground speed, let's call it 350. And our burn was 814, I think. $832. Oops. And I was trying to remember if there was another page that we could get to for the trip planning, FMS, fuel management, excuse me. So the fuel remaining is in fact 15...
November 786 Bravo Papa, contact LA Center 133.2.
1332 November 786 Bravo Papa, g'day.
G'day.
I already forgot that frequency. Was it 1332, I think? LA Center, g'day, November 786 Bravo Papa, flight level 250. $1546.
For Golf Tango Roger Alpha to the ramp, frequency pass with Cat 2.
Oh, it's Golsey.
786 Bravo Papa, LA Center, good evening.
Hello, November 786 Bravo Papa, we're at 250. I hope that came through. Am I transmitting? I think so.
786 Bravo Papa, LA Center, good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
There it is. Alright, lovely. So that's fixed up our fuel remaining. So now in theory, we should arrive overhead with our, with pretty much our fixed reserve, right? Oh, with our IFR reserve. At the very least. So what are we arriving with? 1,030. We needed 624. So we're doing okay. I've sort of over-planned, so that's a surplus of, what, 400 pounds? So an extra 40 minutes? Just under. Nice. I love this thing, Dad Game Time. It's so much fun. It's a little bit slow, but man, is it... I just think it's so stylish, and I love flying it. It's so hands-on for me, and it's such an enjoyable aeroplane. We'll just use FMS1 for the steering here. Here's a question. Does old mate get a heading selector? So this is the upcoming Black Square Beach Starship. Hey Toddy. Hello. The blinking light. This thing. You can send me a message on Discord, or you can send me a message on Twitch, whatever works for you. I think this is a, it's got a microphone on it. This might be like a CVR or something. Or actually no, this is going to be your CO2 detector. CO2 detector. And you can actually have a CO2 leak in this thing. It's one of the failures, I think. Or C carbon monoxide. Sorry, just the monoxide. So not two, but you can have one sort of some sort of leak. Oops. Probably would be for carbon monoxide, you're right. Good point. We should probably start thinking about how we're going to get into Palm Springs, eh? It's going to be hot. It's going to be real hot. Okay, so the ATIS is on 2465. So why don't we start by doing something like that? Probably won't... it might be carbon dioxide then, Aga. Not picking it up yet. Probably 3-1 left. There's probably not much point us doing a instrument approach in this weather, but we can see what they can give us. There is a VOR approach that we can take, do a procedure turn at thermal, and then come in that way. If anyone feels like doing this, we could probably get it done. It just depends on what people want to see and want to do, and if we have the fuel for it. If there's any real requirement for it. We'll see what we can see once we get a bit closer. This is going to be a really pretty view coming over the mountains here. I didn't see if there's anyone flying along, I'm sorry. I did have the I did have everything turned on here. Revive Me Bros here. Thank you for flying. I'm sorry that I didn't have the tags on. Appreciate you guys. Yep. There you go. Yeah, I'll have a look when I get a chance, Toddy. Thank you. Yeah, I don't check DMs usually during the stream, but I appreciate it. Thanks for messaging. Alright, so all of our stuff is looking fairly good there. Gen loads are still fine. I didn't have any issues with the fuel balancing today. I think we could probably fairly reasonably assume that we'll get probably either a vector for a visual approach or some sort of other procedure there. We should be a little bit more switched on and actually have this set up correctly. So we're 1171. Let's do the nav 1171. And then it's going to be Palmdale, which is 11155. A 11555. So Avenel and Palmdale. Avenel outbound, Palmdale inbound, Palmdale outbound, and then Palm Springs inbound, which is 1155. 115 nothing. 115 nothing, excuse me. I always get my my 55s and my 5s mixed up. And there you have it. Bloody marvelous. So 840 was our temp limit there. Just keeping an eye on that so it doesn't go into the red. 840 is good. We're doing about 214 knots indicated, which gives us a ground speed of 380, which is not awful. This thing's in the bloody way. There we go. There's our forward wing. There's the tab. Rear wing. It's an absolutely marvelous aeroplane to cruise around in. I haven't really taken it up past 30,000 feet yet. I think there's a weight limit that precludes you from going up to 35 unless you're a certain weight or below a certain weight. I'm not sure if it's from a regulatory perspective or just a performance perspective. But it's going to be very, very picturesque as we come in and over these mountains here. There'll be... it could be GPU, it could be. Let me look at the manual. See what we've got. Clear direct to myself, November 6 Bravo Papa. I mean, we can do that here. What am I doing? M O R O N. Enter. Enter. It's funny. So one thing that I've noticed that this does is it won't, if you do a direct, it won't destruct the previous legs. So we may need to give ourselves a little bit of a waypoint and flight plan cleanup once we get a little bit closer. So what I'll do is probably as we go through, we'll start to tidy it up a bit so it doesn't clutter our display here. Any preheater? Oh, that's a good point. I don't think I saw a preheater. But we do have, yeah, exterior elements, chocks, covers, pins, and power, but no preheater that I can see. Buses. Preheaters. Pixie! Happy birthday
to me.
Thank you for the 44 months. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing really, really well. Thanks for dropping in here. So even at the moment, it's sitting at 35 degrees in the on the instrument panel. 16 degrees in the back, 21 in the front. Yeah, this thing's awesome, Phuket. It's awesome. I think Captain Slappy before was saying that he didn't like the idea of CBs under a cover. And it took me forever to find where the CBs were when I was looking around initially. I was like, there should be a left and there should be a right and there should be an auxiliary one. So I found the auxiliary one, which is this one here. And then I was like, where the hell are the bloody CBs? They're underneath this little footrest, armrest thing. So that's kind of cool in itself. Yep, circuit breaker, that's right. No giveaways today, Fixie, but we will give away a copy of this plane once it releases. I reckon that'll be fun. We can do a giveaway to the community. So if it's something that interests you, please be around on the release day, which releases on the 19th. And unless I'm suddenly in the poorhouse, we'll give away a copy of the aeroplane, so you guys will be able to enjoy it if it's something that you'd like to pick up. But I absolutely adore this. I've had so much fun flying it and learning it, and I like even after doing 3 pretty in-depth flights with it. PD down to 14,000, November 6 Bravo Papa. Even after 3 flights, I still feel that I have no idea what I'm doing in it. But hopefully it's been helpful for you guys. Okay, so we need to start thinking of some descent stuff. Coming up on Palmdale, coming away from Avenel. I might just chuck in our PSP VOR here. Let's see if we got a distance to it. Hey, thank you for the bits, Ibanez. What a legend.
Very helpful, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So what we're going to start thinking of for our descent is I find the vertical speed to be a little bit abrupt. So what we'll probably end up doing is using the IAS mode for the descent. Set IAS at our current speed. We'll reduce the power. The nose will come down to our desired rate of descent. And then I'll engage the pitch mode or engage the VS mode from there. So there you go. Carbon monoxide. Perfect. I know we were looking at that and I got distracted. Alright, I'm fairly confident that we're not going to have any of these previous waypoints, so I might start tidying it up a little bit. Lando all the way up to Moron will be fine. So Avenol, delete. Oops. Hey Sticky. Might just leave it as is. I think I confused it. There it goes. I'm just going to leave it as is. We can deal with a little ND spaghetti. Or MFD spaghetti. Hello, Sticky. Nice to see you. So, yeah, we're clear direct myself, which is Moron. Moron's about, if we look at the leg distances here, 9 miles, 11 miles, so that's 20 miles to Palm Springs. 20 miles to Palm Springs, we're at 25 and we got to get to, let's call it 2. So that's 23 to lose. 323s is 69. Nice. Plus a little bit, so about 70, 80 miles to Palm Springs. We should probably start thinking of a descent. 1155 is the frequency for the Palm Springs VOR. Oh, we had it a second ago. There's a big old mountain in front of us, so it's probably getting a little bit of a interference from this range here. Hello, Nige. Thanks for the raid. Tony, hello. Thanks for coming in, everyone. Still a bit not picking up the ATC yet. How was your stream, Nige? Thanks for bringing your folks. Let's tidy this up again. We're about to head over the top of Palmdale. Oops. Head over the top. Bit of truck sim, very nice. Very pleasant. Rightio, so not a whole lot more for us to do until we get on the ground again. Yeah, we'll be descending here shortly. Hello, Diego. Ah, here we go. And then with case of mode, they have a VHF frequency with the ATIS. The one with the VOR, I think it will do... I'm not sure if it'll play over the top or if it'll do the ATIS and then do the ident. That's a very good question. I can't remember off the top of my head whether or not it'll play over the top. So you'll hear the ATIS and then you'll hear the ident in the background or not. I actually don't remember. That might be a question for the for some of the other fellas. What's the range of this fella? Let's look it up. I do like the whiskers. Probably a few thousand miles, I'd say. 1,500 nautical miles, supposedly. So it doesn't, it's not all that long range. But I reckon you could probably stretch that if you had good planning. 1,500 miles nautical, that is. Alright, we still haven't picked up the VOR yet, but we can see how many miles to Moron we are and use that as a basis. We said it was 20 miles to Palm Springs from Moron, so we needed 70, 80, so 60 miles to Moron will be the will be sort of when we start down. So at about 5 nautical miles. Are we picking up the ATIS yet? I want to try something here as well. Oops. It is a complex bird, but I love it. Which is faster? I don't know. Yeah, street, it's very much a how do I say this? It's very much a me plane. Does that that makes sense, right? It's very much a me plane. Which is why I've been so excited to show it off and be able to stream it, because it's very, 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 very much something that I enjoy. Alright, pressurization knob, 500 feet above landing, so 500 feet for plus 500 is going to be $1,000. Alright, rate knob, 10 o'clock. Standby altimeter will leave at 92s for the time being. No smoking in seatbelts is fine. Lights and power is required. So those will be... Oh, there it comes. Alright, let's bring it back. It's cool, isn't it? But I can definitely understand it won't be for everyone. Okay, we're doing 360. That's 1,800 feet a minute. X-ray is what I got out of that. Okay, there's 1,500 feet a minute. I'm just going to put it into VS. Oh, there you go. Grabbed it. 1,500 feet a minute VS, and we can actually adjust the bug for that. So now that's 1,500 feet a minute. We're on the way down. We're clear to 14. We're all fairly happy days, actually. It can be Diego. It can be. Sit him down in the back. and we're slowly heading on down. It's going to be really hot on the ground, so we'll probably grab the avionics blower once we're a little bit closer. Just so we can have a little bit of extra help keeping things cool. Hey, Scarecrow. Bloody marvelous. Bloody marvelous. Get some
grounding in the carrier signal only. There's no voice coming through them.
Absolutely marvelous.
Sky Ventures 120.
Mm-hmm. Is that a little bit of a hint noteworthy?
Sky Ventures 120, clear to the Monterey Airport, creep 3 departure, past a Robles transition, direct wiggle intersection, that's whiskey.
I think 8 degrees.
Maintain 5,000, expect 8,000, 5 minutes after departure.
It's very sprightly in the rotation. Heck, it'll just go.
Squawk 4654.
It'll just go. It's very, very sprightly. Just it wants to fly. That'd be good, noteworthy.
Sky Ventures 120, read back correct.
The junkyard parts plane. Marvelous. Yeah, it would not be good. Absolutely bloody marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. All right, what are we sitting on? I'm gonna do temperature mode to manual. Highest blower setting, lowest temperature setting, and we will be good to go. Alright, I didn't get the ATIS from the... Oh, sorry, I didn't get the QNH from the ATIS, so let's list again.
Altimeter 2968.
68.
And departing runway 31 left, 31 right. Visual approaches.
Don't you love it when you check into the ATIS and it's the exact bit of information that you want?
Advise of course heading, altitude, and if flight
Love that.
requested. Read back all runway assignments.
Good night, Nige. Thank you for the raid.
Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
X-ray. So I reckon we might try and set up for a little visual approach, unless anyone particularly wants to see the VOR Bravo. I think what we might do is just set up for a visual. It's clear in a million. We might do some hand flying, which I've heard so much about, and then give that a go. I think a little bit of hand flying will be good for the soul. If that is okay with you chaps. $68. I got the airport in sight. It's just there. Yeah, little hand fly. That's right. That's right, Bono. Oh well, it means you're invested in your in what you want to do. They overlap. Yeah, good. That's what I thought.
Papa contact, SoCal approach 12617.
26-7 November 6 Bravo Papa. SoCal approach, hello, November 786 Bravo Papas through 16.1 for 14,000 with X-ray.
786 Bravo Papa SoCal approach, Palm Springs, altimeter is 2967.
67.
You plan the visual through on the left, just let me know if you'd like something else.
Visual 3 on left works for me, 6 Bravo Papa. Marvelous. Hello. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, let me turn see if I can turn the fellas up a bit. It should be fairly... I've turned it all the way up now, so hopefully it'll... Ooh, it's going to get super bumpy over this, so I'm just going to bring it back a bit.
San Luis Ground Scavengers 120, northeast ramp, ready to taxi.
Scavengers 120, runway 29er, taxi to Alpha.
Is that better on the ATC?
Roger 29er via Alpha Scavengers 120, thanks sir.
Is that better? Alright. It is pretty, isn't it, Will Dog? Yeah, welcome. That's what I'm here for. Alright, approach speed. We're just going to do... Oopsie. Yeah. So what we're going to do is actually just track inbound on Palm Springs, which is going to be heading selects, nav source, VOR1.
6 Bravo Papa, descend and maintain 11,000.
11,000, 6 Bravo Papa. And inbound on... what was the course? It was 107. Alright, down we go. Let's do VS. 1,500 feet a minute works for me. It's very rudimentary, Beaver, but very powerful when you use it correctly. Airport's at 500 feet, so there's the airport. We got to be 1,500, so that's going to be 1,500, which is 12 to lose. 312s. Yeah, we got a bit of work to do here, so I think we'll just keep the keep it coming down, but we got to level off at 15 anyway. Oh, sorry, at 11. So. Now so what I did, unfortunately, was I didn't set it up so it would destruct the waypoints as we go past. I said I was going to, but I didn't, and now it's sort of come back to bite me in the bum because it wants to sequence all the way back to the start of the frequency, the start of the waypoints. Oh, me too, Sticky. I love it. It's like a sports car. Want to go? Bloody marvelous. I've hiked up and down these hills here, mountains. Over here is nice. Up and down these ones. The tram is up here. That takes you up to the top. There's a road that goes up that way, and then you take the tram up the top. No, in real life. not in the walking sim. Alright, we should set this fella to be 90... Was it 87? 67.
Bravo Papa, Sun 18, 4,000.
Down to 4, 6 Bravo Papa.
6 Bravo Papa, flight heading 140, Palm Springs Airport will be off your right wing there in about 4 miles.
140 down to 4 and got the field sight, 6 Bravo Papa.
6 Bravo Papa, roger, cleared visual approach, remain 31 left.
Cleared visual approach, 31 left, 6 Bravo Papa. Alright, down we go. Fly heading 140. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to fly towards this hill. We're going to swing around and then come back in. If that works for everyone. It's going to be quite a quick descent here. Oops. There's idle. So there's our gear speed, 200. Flap speed, 180. Flap and forward wing speed, excuse me. And I'm just going to set this up to 31-ish, which is the somewhat of the runway heading. Alright, so down to 4. And in theory, that should set us up for about, what's that, 3.5, about a 10-mile final at 4, maybe 11 miles.
San Luis Towers, Ventures 120, holding short 29, ready for...
Oh, that's bloody gorgeous.
Ventures 120, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
29er, clear for takeoff, Sky Ventures 120, thanks, sir.
So what we might actually do is, we might do a little left turn, in fact. I don't particularly want to turn right into the mountains here. So maybe a lefto turno might be a little bit more, up our sort of speed. But either way, 4 grand is going to be probably fine. Where's the rudder? No, where is it? Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Alright, let's set around. Let's go to the right. I said we wouldn't, but we shall. Alright, autopilot's away. Alright, round we come. Keep it coming down, Jimmy.
Bravo Papa, connect Palm Springs Tower, 119.7.
19.7, 6 Bravo Papa. Oops. That's not the bloody frequency. It's 1970 Goose. Alright. Let's not slow down too much, but I will get the forward wing out and the flaps. So speed is checked. There it goes. Palm Springs Tower, g'day, November 786 Bravo Papa's visual 31 left.
786 Bravo Papa, Palm Springs Tower, good evening, wind 2706, runway 31 left, clear to land.
31 left, we're clear to land, November 786 Bravo Papa.
Good news, Yankees up now, wind 2706, the altimeter 267.
67, and we'll grab the rest of Yankees 786 Bravo Papa. Alright, there we go. Our wing is extended. Trim the aeroplane up a little bit on the high side here, so we'll just keep a nice spirited rate of descent. Speed is checked, gear down. And we are clear to land, so this is a beach Starship, Alicia. Okay, landing checklist, approach speed, pressurizations, belts and seat belts and smokings are good. Auto feather is armed. Landing gear down, flap and forward wing extended, lights as required, autopilots disconnected, prop sync. Goodbye. Radar as required in your depot.
Connect Santa Barbara approach.
Yeah, going to Santa Barbara, Skyventures 120, thank you, sir.
Done. And that's the before landing checklist complete. 3-1 left, we are cleared to land.
Santa Barbara departure, Skyventures 120, departing San Luis Obispo, 3,004.
1,500 feet, looking fairly good.
Skyventures 120, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb maintain 8,000.
Oh yeah.
Up to 8,000, Skyventures 120, thanks, sir.
Props coming in. And 3-1 left. It's going to be a vacate left and off to signature. Okay, brakes are checked. Alright, 3-1 left is, funnily enough, the one on the left.
Maybe it wasn't a dream.
All set. Thank you for the follow, pub. Alright, back on the profile. We're on pilot edge. Thanks, I&I Palm Springs. That was marvelous. Anyway, we made it. Those stutters were awful. Just awful. Oh, it was awful. It started going... And there's also a bloke cutting a tree down outside my house, which was lovely. Anyway, that's the the checklist complete. Fore landing, normal landing, balked landing, max reverse landing, after landing.
6 Bravo Papa, you going to signature?
AFAM.
The whiskey will take you there. Have a good night.
Whiskey and then some whiskey for 6 Bravo Papa. Good day. No, it's not a cow. It's a bloke cutting down a tree. Alright, I'm just going to run through the checklist here and mute my mic because it's really, really loud. The avionics temp, we'll have a look here in a sec. It's warming up. Yeah, I'm sorry, Uncle Melvin, we lost it. Oofta. Yeah, it's getting there. Just you wait. Alright, give me a sec. I'm sorry about the noise, guys. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just taxiing with the no brakes. I'm just using the beta range. And it's slowing me down really, really nicely. Alright, temps are increasing. Oh, sorry guys, stand by. Oh, it's bloody warm outside. Let's get this bloody door open if we can. Let's get the bloody door open. Does someone else want to go do the walk around? Or actually, that's alright. We have to go to the FBO anyway, so... let me disconnect from the old P's.
Pilot edge.
Nice to hear, Goldsy. Let's open the door up. Yeah, that's for loading the nav data. When it's time... Oop. Oh, look here, Freeple. You're a good-looking canard yourself, sir. Alright, let's chuck that fella in. Hope you're having a lovely morning, Sir Frop. I don't particularly want to put the covers on just yet, because it'll probably be a bit hot. Same with the engine plugs and stuff, so we might just leave it as is. Just for the time being. And, yeah. Thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's get in the shade here. Who's this? Revive me, bro. Thank you so much for flying. Thank you all, everyone, for flying. I'm sorry I didn't have the tags on. I was very much in concentration mode, trying to not stuff up this thing, but I love flying it. We'll